Dwane, this is a young, long, athletic Laker team. Teams like that can be unpredictable sometimes. What do you guys have to do to really take control early in this game?
Well, you have to fight human nature, first of all. You don't come out and see Steph Curry. You don't see Kevin Durant. You don't see San Antonio, the two of the top teams. So, okay, we have, but this is, like you said, Sherm, a very talented, long, lanky, athletic team who just beat the Washington Wizards. And if you don't come in with the proper mindset, then it's a recipe for disaster. So we've got to come in and be very professional in our approach, the same approach we had against Golden State and San Antonio, and understand that this team is very capable of beating any team in the league when they're hitting on all cylinders. They're playing with a little swagger right now, but we got to come in with a hard hat mindset, a hard playing mindset, and not come in thinking, okay, this is a lesser opponent, which there's no lesser opponent in the NBA.
Obviously with assists, the shots have to go in for assists to register, but in a game like against Golden State where you have 30 assists, a game against San Antonio where you don't have as many assists, what's the key to keeping that assist total up besides just making shots?
It's hard to quantify it any other way. You have to make shots. This is a make or miss league. I say that all the time. If you got open looks, you got to knock them down. That's the quality thing. Also the timing of coming off screens, the force you're cutting with, the rhythm you're shooting the ball with, all those things factor in making shots. But the only way you're going to get your assist up is at the end of the day, the ball swings to you, you open, you got to knock it down. I wish there was some complicated, some beautiful recipe or trigonometry or something to do to describe it. But at the end of the day, if you open in the NBA, you've got to be able to knock down shots. Or if you're not a shooter, make sure you have a plan to deliver the ball, to DHO it or get closer to the rim or to attack the basket in those situations.
How happy are you with the ball movement so far on this road trip?
I'm very happy. Our passes are up. Passes don't necessarily mean wins. One of the best passing teams last year was the New York Knicks, and they finished close to the bottom of the pack. So, but for us, ball movement is very important because, one, it develops a rhythm, it develops a confidence. But at the end of the day, at the end of the game, you've got to have the ball in your best scorer's hands, and that's what hopefully the ball movement will do, is to loosen up the defense, to give the other players confidence for once they do collapse on you, your best scorers, that when they get the ball, they're not surprised or they have a rhythm and they've touched the ball throughout the game.
Dwane, can you describe, you talked about the passes, the assists, all of that. Can you describe the trust level that your team has in the offense right now? Because even though you've lost the last couple, it seems like it's pretty high.
Well, again, let's don't lose vision. We've lost the last couple to the two best teams in the NBA by a total of, 9 points, I think it is. So I don't get, again, this early in the season, like I said at the beginning of the trip, our most important thing is to get better. The trust factor in the offense, the guys are trusting, we're executing it. It's not a big controversy within the team of what we're doing. At the end of the day, guys getting asked so many questions about the offense. The defensive end, we got to make sure we stay focused. Usually at the beginning of the year, your offense is lagging anyway as far as guys being in rhythm, making shots. Their shooting rhythm is usually off at the beginning of the year. But what we're doing, it's not a major change. We're not calling as many set plays. We're playing in our early offense. The trust level is there, Jonesy, and I don't see any controversy within our team. Again, at the end of the day, it's a make or miss league, and that's what it normally comes down to, especially at the end of the game.
Dwane, you talked to the Lakers a little bit off the top. Pascal was saying that he thinks what makes them dangerous because they're young, they're sort of playing carefree, they're not scared to make mistakes because it's kind of the first time. Is that do you agree with that for one, but then also is that maybe what makes your second unit?
No question. That's exactly, he's talking about themselves, the second unit, because they're playing free, they're playing fast, they're playing, not unconscious, but, they're playing with a sense of urgency, but they're not fearing mistakes. As I've told them, you're going to make mistakes, just make them hard. And that's the way the Lakers are playing also. They're playing, with a looseness that has built them confidence. And again, they're getting the experience at the same time. So they're a dangerous team, especially when Pope is making shots. Clarkson's a very dangerous shooter. Kuzma's is knocking down shots, playing basketball, and they're playing with a pace. They're second in the NBA in pace, so they're playing at a speed that if you're not coming in mentally ready to play against it, they can beat you and they will beat you. They showed that against Washington, who was undefeated coming in.